Hi guys, hope you're all well. Got a next thrilling video about my V8. And as you can see on my cup, it's got Mr. Grumpy on there, which I pretty am at the moment. I stripped it down last week. Well, I just took the head off one side and it was full of oil. And I got cheesed off with it. I've just left it in a pile in the corner of the garage. And, you know, I've been really cheesed up all week, thinking what I could have done with £1,400, and all I've got is a pile of bits. But everyone on all the forums that I've been on, Cison forums, keep saying, "Oh, I put the rings around the wrong way and stuff." I could have done. I've not even looked at the moment. All I've done is I picked the engine up again today because I haven't touched it since Monday. I haven't done anything because I've been so cheesed off. So today I'm thinking, oh, I've got to try and have a look at that engine. I've got to strip it down. To be honest, Sterling Kit are sending me a complete gasket set. I don't know if they're sending me a new set of rings or what, but they did say they're going to send me some copper head gaskets. Whether they're any better, I don't know, but I can tell you a little bit more about why I might need them in the future. So I'm going to strip this engine right back to how I bought it in millions of bits. And I'm going to go through every part because I've only run it for at least probably like not even 5 minutes. And if to be honest with you, I don't know if you'll better pick it up, but in the bottom of this sump here, I don't know if you can see them little black bits there? They're all little bits of metal in the bottom of there. Lots of bits of oil. It looks like steel. It's shiny, you know. You can see it on my finger, look. I can feel it. It's so, somehow, there's something breaking up in there. They're still in the bottom of the oil pan. The other head was exactly the same. So this is the other head, and it looks like it's been leaking oil around there. So this side of the head was exactly the same as the other one. The pistons were full up with oil, the cylinders, each one of them was full up with oil. Yeah, but that's marvellous. And if I can find the oil that I drained out of it, now you can see that oil is full of water. Now that's just a little bit, because I did drain the oil out, but look at it, you know. So I've got all the bores filling up with oil. I've got water getting in the oil. I've got metal filings in the bottom of the sump. So where do I go from here? You know, what is the answer to this engine? You know, because you know at the moment, the further I go in deep, you know, in depth with it, I'm finding things that are getting worse and worse. And like I said, Mark says on my cup, Mr. Grumpy, and that's what it, you know, I am. I mean, look, there's more water in that oil than there is oil. Look at the bubbles. So, I really don't know what I'm going to do from here. I can't, well, I've just got to wait now for Sterling, I guess, to send me the parts. Whether that head gasket looked like it had leaked into the cylinder. If I can, you can see that one there. Just around that edge, it's a little bit wet. But I can't see, you know, why is it randomly just that one and that one? These ones are full up of oil as well. But do you think that head gasket has gone through there? And that copper gasket is going to solve the problem. I mean, I didn't ask for copper gaskets, but they're going to send them. Once again, the push rods are written all on this side. I don't know. I've got to just wait. So I haven't checked if I put the rings, the oil scraper rings, around the wrong way. Excuse me. I'm going to have a look in a minute. I might do it on here, but it's really hard to see because the taper is like non-existent. Like I said in a few posts on Cison engine and all that, all these things that are important with these engines, they should be highlighted or should be made like an important issue. So you can't just go past it like I did and not really notice that there was like a chamfer on the rings. All it said was do the rings in the reverse, the reverse way round, which I thought, well, that's just putting them on from the bottom instead of the top. I didn't realise that it had, excuse me, I didn't realise that it had a different sort of scraper ring. So I've not looked at them, but it's very upsetting when you kind of got, everything you take apart has got oil in it, or it's got water in it. I don't know what I've done with the little gasket. There's a little gasket that goes into the bottom of, here it is, the oil filter, which is not exactly an oil filter, it's an empty chamber. But look at the state of what the, now that is a seal, and it should just have one hole through the middle and one hole for the oil. Now whether this was causing me to suck oil up, but I only nipped it up very, very gently, and it's actually like just a massive torn up bit of nylon or whatever it is. It's no good whatsoever. And I'm hoping, that they said they're going to send me a complete seal kit. So seal kit and gasket kit. I said I want the lot, because if I strip the engine down, I'm not going to use the O-rings over and over again. So why that is like that, I don't know. And that is called like an oil filter, but there's nothing in it. Like I said to you before, they said, oh, you can put like foam in it, or can you imagine if you put foam in that? It'll just suck it up the oil ways, and that'll be the end of your engine. God, I think I have a frog in my throat today, hang on. Okay, so I'm going to strip this engine down a bit later tonight. There's a couple of shims apparently that got to go on the back of this flywheel and the starter ring. It just says number 47 on the drawing. Don't say what they are. You have to go back through the box and it still don't say what they are, but apparently they go on the end of the crank, because I've said to you before I've got a little bit of end play. So I've got to take all the timing off and everything like that and go back to it. So I'm just going to have, while we're here, I'm just going to have a look. This was one of the pistons that was absolutely soaked in oil. Now, where are you? I expect that's not very easy to see, because I can't see it with my eyes, and I've got my glasses on. No, it's not going to focus on it. I'll just have a look really closely and see if I can see. Well, I'm still having trouble. Still really having trouble. I can't really see what side that's supposed to be. There's a lot of scratching on a piston. God, that is so minute if that's what they're talking about. There's a little like silver shining piece, and that must be the highest part of the ring, and I can't really see a taper on that at all. But I'll take the ring out and see if I can see it. With the shiny bit at the top, maybe I have put the ring in the wrong way round. But I don't know, you can hardly see a difference. I mean, both parts of the ring, the upper and the lower, are shiny anyway. So they're both doing some sort of work, but I will go through them all if I can find what way they're supposed to go, because it's impossible, hardly impossible to see what that is, what way round they are. So, oh dear. I'll check this one. This is another one. It's exactly the same. It's almost possible. It's impossible to see. Bearing in mind that I'm nearly 70 years old and I've got my strongest glasses on, I'm still having trouble to see that. But no worries. That's the way it is. So I'll go through them later. I don't know if Sterling Kit are going to do anything about this. I know they're going to send me parts, but I'm not getting very good feedback from people who've had these engines. It's the oil situation that I can't actually tilt it. If you think if the engine's got its own oil pump, it doesn't matter what way around it will be, it would still pump the oil, whether it's tilted or whatever. But what Tyne is saying to me is that the oil is not supposed to touch the crankshaft. So literally, this is like a dry sump. Why they've shaped it like a conventional sump, don't know why. Excuse me, I really have got a bad throat. So I don't know why, but they're saying that if this crank, especially with the oil tilting towards the back, which is here, this crank stirs the oil up. That's probably Chinese, translation. And I reckon that what it is, it stirs the oil up and it's forcing it up the bores, past the rings, or whatever that is. They're saying to me, if I've got to have the engine tilted, which is probably only, where are we? It's probably only that much, not even that. If I've got it tilted like that, I've got to use less oil. Now, I put 28 millilitres of oil in it, which, they said was correct. And they're saying if I run it tilted, I've got to put 23 millilitres of oil. And the crank mustn't touch the oil. So it's just got to come from this pickup here. I believe it goes through the old, inverted commas, oil cleaner, filter, whatever you want to call it. And goes through the engine, through the bearings, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. So it is like a dry sump. As you can see, the pickup from that is very low to this. So what they're saying to me, I've even overfilled it, which could be me, because all I was getting was oil bubbles in the oil line. This line here was full of air bubbles, and so was the one going to the pump. And the only way I stopped it by adding a little drop more oil. Whether that's what's caused it or not, I don't know. The ring's ran the wrong way. I've not, I can't see what way they're supposed to bloody go. So, whether I had put too much oil in it and the pressure built up in the engine and it went straight through all the bores, I don't know. But that's no excuse for getting shrapnel in the bottom of my sump, like metal. And it's no excuse for getting water in the oil. So if the water gets in the oil, there's lots of ways it can do it on this engine. Most people have said, oh, it's this pipe here can cause it. Excuse me. Well, this hasn't. It was bone dry in there. But I'm going to put a thicker bit of pipe in. I bought some clips, like Dennis Dempsey had. So I'm going to put all this back in. But honestly, I don't know. I kind of rapidly losing faith in it. And like I said to you before, this is the water pump here. And there is so much pressure. You've got two inlets. So one does one left bank, one does the right. And I cannot keep this pipe on. It's got a clip on it. And if you go over half throttle, like I said before, this blows up like that. It's too much pressure. Blows up and it blows it off, or it blows water out the bottom. So that's another problem I've got to try and sort out. because I would like to run this engine over half throttle, but looking at the moment, it's had not even 5 minutes running, and it's just a bit of a mess, really. So I'm going to carry on with this. I'm doing it from my room because my garage is such a mess at the moment. I've got bits everywhere and projects on the go. So I thought, well, I'll come up in my room. It's warm. I've got some light. And I thought I'd just show you guys what I'm dealing with at the moment with this engine. Kind of, if I start upsetting Sterling kit, I won't get anything back from them. I've said what I think before, and they're sticking with it at the moment. It's really hard work to sort of deal with. Apparently they've got to get the parts in from the suppliers and all that, so I don't know when I'm going to get them. But who's to say that when I put it all back together again, start running it on less oil, is it going to seize? What is going to happen? What is the shrapnel in the oil? Why is the water getting in the oil? I've got all these questions, and I can't seem to get any answers. I'm going to send this video to Sterling Kit, try and get their engineer to look at it. But I don't really hope for much. I don't know what's getting chewed up in there. I can't find anything, So anyway, guys, leave it for now. I might do another one a bit later on if I can find out what way the rings are supposed to go in, and do one with the crankshaft out and see if I can find what's causing the actual swarf, shrapnel, metal filings, whatever you want to call it, in the bottom of the oil pan. So I'm going to sign out now, guys, and keep an eye out for the next one, and we'll go from there. See you later, guys.